Hello, I'm Pastor Matt Verhoeven. Today we're going to talk about Luke chapter 23, verses 50 to 54. Let's read the whole thing. Now, there was a man named Joseph from the Jewish town of Arimathea. He was a member of the council, a good and righteous man who had not consented to their decision and action, and he was looking for the kingdom of God. This man went to Pilate and asked for the body of Jesus, and he took it down and wrapped it in a linen shroud and laid him in a tomb cut in stone where no one had ever yet been laid. It was the day of preparation, and the Sabbath was beginning. Now, Joseph of Arimathea gets named in every gospel. And there's good reason for this because he was well known, because he's a very important witness. Now, there's many witnesses to Jesus' resurrection. Paul tells us Jesus was buried, that he was raised on the third day in accordance with the scriptures, and that he appeared to Cephas and to the 12. Then he appeared to more than 500 brothers at one time, most of whom are still alive, although some have fallen asleep. But there's another nagging question. It's one that we hear in postmodern times. Maybe Jesus wasn't really dead. Besides the ridiculous nature of, the soldiers who were well accustomed to making sure that crucified people were really dead, that they would make a mistake. We all have this witness, Joseph of Arimathea, who took Jesus' body off the cross, wrapped him up, brought him to his own grave, and rolled him behind a stone, presumably with the help of Nicodemus. Now, Joseph was a disciple, a good man, a secret disciple, as John's gospel tells us. But he's not going to be secret anymore. The hope of Joseph is simply this. He was a member of the council, which means he was on the council that condemned Jesus. Now, he voted against the action, but it sure seems like when all these people were spitting lies about the Lord, he stayed silent. At least he didn't say a word notable enough for the Gospels to record it. But now, at the 11th hour, Joseph takes courage, steps up, and cares for the body of Jesus when no one else would. Now, this is hope for anyone who's been called to Jesus, to stand with Jesus, and failed. Now look to Joseph. He failed. He didn't stand up publicly, but then at one moment he did. And we still know his name. And more importantly, his name is in God's book.